Everyone, and welcome. Thank you for attending the Impact Accelerator information session. I'm going to go ahead and load my screen share here. All right. As my screen sharing is paused, let me go ahead and restart that. All right. Okay, great. Welcome everyone to the Impact Accelerator information session and application support. So I love to hear who's here. So go ahead and type in the chat what your name is, where you're from, and what problem in the world you are working to solve. So my name is Miranda Williamson. I am currently in Boulder, Colorado, and I'm really working to build admissions and recruiting processes that remove barriers of entry and keep diversity, equity, and inclusion at the forefront of our mission. So I hope you're all here for the info session where you're going to learn about SeedSpot's Impact Accelerator. So that's what we're here today to talk about. Our mission as an organization is to educate, accelerate, and invest in entrepreneurs who are creating solutions to social problems. That's the main focus of our organization. We've been around about 10 years. We were originally founded as an organization that worked with early stage impact focused entrepreneurs. We've since evolved and we work with entrepreneurs from various stages across multiple different industries, both for-profit and nonprofit. We're really proud of our alumni and entrepreneurs that we work with. I won't read off all of these accomplishments, but you can see there are some incredible accomplishments here that our alumni have made. And a lot of it is in part due to the support that we are able to offer, the network, the community that we're able to offer here at SeedSpot. We really are designed to support underserved and underrepresented founders. You can see that's really where the majority of our founders come from. I love this graph here because it shows the variety of sectors. As you can see, we do have quite a few individuals representing the health and wellness sector. That's because we do have other offerings beyond the Impact Accelerator that we're here to talk about today to support those entrepreneurs. I'm going to give you an overview of the program. So there are some key program features. We do really value communication. We send out weekly emails communicating with entrepreneurs in our program. Mentoring and coaching is a huge component. We use the feature Google Classroom. We run highly interactive workshops. So it isn't a workshop where you can just watch a lecture later. They're meant to be really engaging, a process where you're engaging with your cohort. And then we do ask for deliverables. So we do have deliverables for our programs, and we'll go ahead and build that time commitment into the structure of the program. So deliverables aren't usually extra on top of the time commitment that we ask for. That's really built into that 7 to 10 hours per week time commitment, which is what we ask from Impact Accelerator participants. So I love this graph because it shows really the sweet spots of how we function as an accelerator. What we do is we're really designed to get individuals from one stage to the next in the 8 weeks of the program. So for example, if you join the program as a prototype, you have an active prototype, we really are designed to get you to that first revenue. And if you join in that first revenue, already revenue generating, we can help you build a plan and an infrastructure to scale, to get ready for that seed stage. Really, that's where we function and how we're pretty realistic about goal setting throughout the program and making sure that you understand some realistic goals of helping you accelerate in a short period of time to the next stage as you're moving through your journey as an entrepreneur. Each week is broken down into themes where we cover various topics. We also have resources that go with each topic, or what we like to call assets that you can put directly into use in your venture and in your work. This is a outline of what the schedule looks like. So we meet Mondays and Wednesdays from 12:30 to 2 p.m. weekly, and that's Eastern time. As you can see on this sample schedule that we observe holidays, and we also connect 3 Thursdays throughout the program. The reason for that is that we understand that the entrepreneurs that we work with may have a need for additional mentoring sessions. So we'll bring in experts from within our mentoring network to give group or individual mentoring sessions on those Thursdays. Now, as you look at the schedule, it may seem quite overwhelming. So I want to explain where the flexibility within this program lies. We are admitting the team, we are admitting the venture. So we're not just admitting an individual to this program. So for example, if you join the program and you are really committed to doing the fundraising for your program, for your business, you're committed to writing the grants, if it's a nonprofit, then maybe those key components of the program that cover fundraising and grants, building relationships, are where you're going to make sure you join the program. But maybe you have someone else within your team and their focus really is on the budgets and finances. And you'll see we have the budget and finances down here at week 6. They can attend that program. Also, there's nothing wrong with, I have a wedding plan for such and such week, but let me make sure that that time is covered by someone else within our team. That is completely fine. That is why we give this full schedule ahead of time so that you know what commitment you're making before joining the program. And you know how you can divide these opportunities amongst your team. Also, there is nothing wrong with multiple folks from your team joining a session. We welcome that as well. So what to expect? So we are a virtual program. We utilize Zoom platform, and that is how we interact with one another. We encourage each of our participants to remain with their video on, because we break out in breakout sessions where we give each other live feedback. We are a really interactive cohort. We intentionally build our cohorts, so we're putting together groups where we think the dynamics will be very fruitful for one another, where there may be potential areas for collaboration. So we also have a digital workbook that we supply ahead of time. You'll be working out of that digital workbook throughout the program, and that is also yours to keep after the program. That is a great space. We'll give you structured ways to build your pitch, your financial model. We'll give you structured ways to track relationship buildings, to do customer discovery calls. And if none of these words make sense to you at this time, don't worry about it. We define all of that as we move through the program. We move through the program in a very intentional way, recognizing that individuals are coming from a variety of backgrounds. We have individuals in our program who have an MBA, who have advanced degrees, Multiple people in our last program came in with PhDs, and then we have individuals who have been entrepreneurs for their entire career. And we work to level the playing field and to make the program both accessible and valuable to individuals across multiple different types of backgrounds. All right, so I just like to remove the mystery of the application process. I have worked in graduate programs. I have worked in admissions in multiple different types of spaces. And what I find is there's a lot of mystery once you submit that application, which is a scary process in and of itself. Just hitting that submit button, where does it go? What happens? And I'm going to go ahead and remove that mystery. And like I said, I've worked in graduate admissions and in admissions for small nonprofits. And the process is quite similar, surprisingly. So you attend this info session, you learn about the program, you learn about how to build a strong application. So you're here at step 1. You submit your online application, and I promise our application is not extremely extensive or laborious. It will take you about 25 minutes because we do believe that removing that first barrier to entry is an important part of our meeting our mission and goals as an organization. You'll be reviewed within 2 weeks, and then you'll be invited to a 20-minute interview. The interview process is a process just to get to understand your business a little bit more and your particular needs as an entrepreneur. We want to make sure that we're a good fit for you. You're a good fit for our program, and we have the resources necessary to support you in the way you need to be supported. So that's more of a discovery conversation than a scary interview. Once you're evaluated for program fit, you'll go back to our finance manager. We do have a pool of scholarship resources, which we're pretty excited about, and you'll be given an award. The award will be based on a number of factors. It would be based on your background as an entrepreneur. It'll be based on, do we think we have the resources to support you? And do we have the resources? So it's a number of factors. Then you'll be given an offer letter. You still have time between when you receive the offer letter and when you make your commitment holding your spot, which is a $100 deposit, which is applied towards your tuition. That is not an additional fee. That's a deposit that simply holds your spot in the cohort and is applied towards your tuition. So your offer letter basically will also contain that full schedule that I mentioned. It'll also contain an opportunity to have what we call a venture consultation call with our program manager, where you could ask very detailed questions about the potential mentor that you might be paired with, about the class structure, about the curriculum development, any of these more nuanced questions that arise before you make a final decision. All right, so building a strong application. As I said, it's not an extensive application. It's a pretty straightforward application. It shouldn't take you more than 25 minutes. That being said, it does mean that each answer and response does count. So you are asked a number of questions about yourself and your business. So don't answer with just one sentence. Use that space to answer with a full paragraph and really flush out your responses. Remember that grammar is important. And so pay attention to the way that you structure your sentences. So tips for building a strong application. So be specific. The strongest applications are very specific. So tell us exactly what your business does. Sometimes we have really beautiful mission statements that talk about the ultimate goals of the organization. Be specific, like how do you actually solve the problems that you're working to solve? What does your business actually do? So don't lose sight of the prompts as well. We have a prompt where we ask for your bio, a prompt where we ask about your specific business. Follow those prompts. And in the bio, feel free to share your personal story. What drives you to solve this problem? What drives you to build this business? Are you interested in building wealth within your community, building jobs within your community? Maybe you're a woman in a male-dominated field, and that's really driving you. What drives you to do this work? We're really looking for that passion and commitment to do the work that you do. Being an entrepreneur can be a really lonely journey. It can also be really challenging at times. And what drives you to continue to do this challenging work? And then I do recommend submitting your application a day or two early if you can. That allows some time for any mistakes to be corrected. That really allows time if there's an issue with a computer that goes down. We had actually our application system literally went down one time the day of the application being due. So a day or two early never hurts. So what's next? What's next on the agenda? So it's an online application. I'll go ahead and send out the link along with this recording if you want to review anything from this recording. And the final application is October 1st. That's coming up. I believe that's Sunday. And then the next step would be a conversation with the selection committee representative. It will most likely be myself or my colleague. The offers will be made. We will be making these offers and turning these decisions around very quickly. So be sure to check your emails regularly because we are understanding that you'll want to make decisions about what the next 8 weeks of your life look like. Then you'll go ahead and schedule that vendor consultation call. We have on October 11th an optional event. This is before the program starts on the 27th. And that optional event is an opportunity to meet the rest of the cohort. We'll have some icebreakers. We'll also be bringing in some alumni where you can ask alumni what they gained from the program, some advice, some tips that they might have for joining the program. So criteria, what we're looking for. We're looking for potential for impact. So we want to see that you're working towards having a positive impact. Potential for scale. Do you have a solution that has real scalability? And we'll look at what your traction is thus far. If you are in the prototyping phase, we'll be looking at what traction do you have from a prototyping model? What research have you done? What have you discovered about the market that you're going to be working with? Okay, so if you're looking to close your first sale by the end of the program and exhibit coachability and a passion and grit for this type of work, that really is the main key features that we're looking for. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and also stop my recording and see if there are any questions.